If we weren't both fighters, absolutely. I could see myself being friends with him in a different life. But when you both know that there is even the smallest possibility that at some point we may fight, a friendship can never be formed. And even though, when I met him in that gym 10, 12 years ago, I don't know how many years ago it was, I was obviously cool with him. We shook hands, we spoke, we would have spoken, but I can't be friends with.
Chris Eubank Jr. just dropped a bombshell, and it changes everything we thought we knew about his rivalry with Conor Benn. In the gym, he actually saw the potential for friendship, but he shut it down instantly. Why? Because a future collision course chose war over warmth. To his decision. No handshakes, no smiles, no bonds to break when the time to go to war. While Benn may have seen a fellow fighter, Eubank, in a shocking reveal, Eubank admitted that years ago, when they first crossed paths, to let a single emotion cloud the battlefield. The years heated rivalries in modern boxing. With legacies, pride, and everything, saw a future opponent and refused to later. That cold, calculated mindset has birthed one of the most. This is more than personal. This is war. Line, will Eubank's heartless focus be his ultimate weapon, or will Conor Benn crash through the wall and shatter young lions, sons of legends, face to face? And Eubank had already made his decision.
Or he had too much to do and too much to prove.
Because even back then, Eubank saw what most didn't.
But he's done it. He's an undefeated fighter now. He has, he has a fan base, a big fan base in boxing. So now the fight makes sense. Now the fight is being demanded by the public.
Too much noise about whether Chris Eubank Jr. isn't pulling any punches. He's making it crystal clear why too many doubts even belonged in the same ring. But now, everything's changed. Now is the moment this fight had to happen. In his eyes, Conor Benn wasn't and built a fan base that's explosive. This isn't just another bout, it's a mega fight, a spatter the narrative once and for all. Before, two Raws got the whole boxing world watching. The demand isn't just real.
No more question marks. Just two elite warriors locked in a tickle the public had to see.
Eubank knows the game inside out, and timing is everything.
Now that Benn has earned his spot, the stakes have never been higher. There are no more excuses, as Benn's rise truly prepared him for what's coming. Or will a collision course to settle the score once and for all? But here's the real twist.
Benn has stayed undefeated, silenced the
predictions in the comments. This one's gonna be unmissable. Back down to earth. The countdown is on. If you're hyped for this fight, smash that like button and drop your hype and send him crashing back.
I think Chris is leaps and bounds ahead of Conor. His experience, the guys he's been in with, take away the weight, because Chris is obviously going to be disadvantaged in there with the weight as well, but just ability, boxing skill set is on a completely different level. So
on the other hand, Harlem Eubank's Chris Eubank Jr. isn't just better than Conor Benn, he's operating on a completely different level. And this isn't just about size, isn't holding back, he's laying it all out with zero sugarcoating. In his eyes are power. While the headlines obsess over the weight fighters tested himself in the fire and proven he can survive. Harlem sees the real separation in experience, boxing IQ, and thrive under pressure and sheer ring mastery. Chris has gone toe-to-toe with elite level as a true world-class fighter. Sure, Chris will be sacrificing size due to the weight cut. He's convinced that even with that physical disadvantage, the men's explosive style and knockout power has yet to face the kind of adversity that defined him. This isn't about who hits harder, it's absurd. Meanwhile, Benn, despite his fling the momentum firmly in Eubank Jr., he's fatal edge, the skill gap, and the ability to adapt mid-fight will all about who can think under fire, who can adjust when the storm hits, and who has the composure when the lights are the brightest. And in Harlem's eyes, that answer is clear. Rivalry between Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn. For Baloo, this fight isn't clear. The tension between these two has been building for years, and Eubank Jr. is on another level, and when that bell rings, he's going to prove it. Moreover, Tony Baloo isn't pulling any punches when it comes to the heated Bellew paints a chilling picture. This isn't about belts, rankings, or pay-per-view numbers. It's personal, raw, and dangerously emotional. Absolutely no love lost. Your average boxing beef. This is the kind of animator. Bellew dives into the mental toll of rivalries like this. He even warns that if these two were to cross paths outside of the ring in a neutral society that can't be faked and won't be forgotten, it could easily spiral into chaos. The hatred is that real. He's lived it. He knows how personal grudges can become a psychological time bomb. But here's what hits even harder. Finally explodes inside the ropes. It's not just a fight, eating away at a fighter's focus and control. And when the press, a war of emotions, a brutal collision driven by ego, pride, and vengeance.
But yeah, no honour in smacking someone with an egg. Shouldn't have happened.
How do you think the fight's going to play out?
I'm backing Conor Benn. I know Conor. Spoke to him a few times. Always been a top bloke to me. His dad's a top bloke. His dad's a legend. And I'll be backing him. But it's going to be difficult, as he's already alluded to, the two weight divisions coming up. But it'll also be difficult for Eubank to stay within that hydration clause, I think it is. So it's all to play for both men.
It's a full-blown beard. This won't be a chess match. Bellew predicts. The only question is, can these two warriors keep it together until fight night, or will this personal vendetta ignite before the first bell even rings? While Johnny Fisher isn't staying silent, he's all in on Conor Benn, and he's not just throwing out blind support. Fisher's backing comes with conviction, and it's rooted in more than just hype. To him, Benn is more than a name. He's a legacy fighter, the son of a legend with the fire and grit to carve out his own greatness. Fisher's had real, deep conversations with Benn, not just locker room banter, but moments that revealed a man obsessed with proving himself. He's seen the mindset, the work ethic, and most importantly, the heart. But Fisher's not sugarcoating it either. This fight isn't easy. It's a monster of a challenge. Benn is moving up 2 full weight divisions, a daring move by any standard. And while the world's watching him, Fisher flips the script and questions whether Eubank Jr. is ready to deal with the pressure of the hydration clause.